Hello, everyone. My name is Julian Miner. I'm a freshman computer science major from Boston, Massachusetts, and the program I created today is the LeBron James Fact Quiz. And I gave the user a multiple choice question quiz to quiz them on how well they know about LeBron James. And I kept track of score of having multiple question variables, and it gives them feedback at the end based on to tell us how well they did. The reason I had chose the program was because I genuinely love basketball. That was a previous passion of mine that I explored in. I tried to play professionally, but obviously now that I'm here at Howard, I am not still exploring that same opportunity. But I thought it'd be fun to just mix code with something I enjoyed. I made sure the quiz is an interactive program and easy for people to test their knowledge. I didn't make the questions too hard. When I had asked what team did LeBron go to when he was drafted number 1 overall in the NBA draft, it's a pretty obvious question that he went to the Cleveland Cavaliers. Another easy question was that he's from Akron, Ohio, when asking where he was born. But overall, I didn't make it too hard, and I just wanted to, use my input functions, conditional functions, so I can just keep score. Basically, I decided to have 5 main questions and 1 bonus question if the user answers all the first main questions. And I made sure to write the question. Then I decided to use a score variable so I could track the points of the user. And I use if or else statements to check answers, because when using a conditional statement, it allows me to say that if the user is to get this many questions right, then he will be rewarded with the bonus question. It just makes everything feel more rewarding, and that's kind of the gist I was going for when building this program. I also started with 1 question to see if it would work, but honestly, I just repeated until all the questions were done. And then I had finally added the scoring message at the end that basically just congratulates the user on whatever score out of 6 they got. And that's just the bonus of being able to know a lot about LeBron James. So if you were to get the score 6, you're a true LeBron James super fan. And I feel like just hearing that is rewarding. Like, that's kind of just how I was going for, making the user who's completing this code happy. So in our code for if score equals 5, colon, and then ended in the print function and bonus equals integer input. Basically, what's happening there is that it checks that the user got every main question right, and if they did, it unlocks the bonus question that I was previously talking about before that I want to do. And inside this block of code, there's another nested conditional when it says if bonus equals 3, colon, and that's to check if the bonus answer is right. And so this just makes the quiz more challenging and rewarding. The lessons I learned from this program is the importance of comments, trying to separate my blocks of code, making sure I understand my reasonings behind them, and not losing focus, because the code is a lot of making sure everything is precise and making sure everything can function when you actually run the code. And so being able to plan out your code, write your questions, decide your variables will help you just get a better sense of what you want to do when you make your conditionals and how to use them, because I want to make my program interactive. So using input functions allows me to do that. I also learn how to track the user's progress by using a score variable. So at the beginning, start where score equals 0, so I can track the user score. And the amount of questions you write, it will add a +1 to your score, and it will decide at the end out of 6 how much of a fan of LeBron James you are. Also, how to use a nested conditional for my bonus question, because I didn't want to have a bonus if the user didn't get all of the main questions right. And so that's the idea I was going for. When I was debugging the code, I had to carefully look at every block of code, carefully test after each question, and just make everything clear and consistent and make it easier to read when using these print statements, and making sure that it's just not a lot of words in my program rather than it actually functioning. And so basically, like, what I concluded from this whole project was that you can create any type of output from your own interests. Like, I could have chose music, I could have chose Call of Duty, just anything. And that's just something I enjoy about coding, and being able to create what you want and put those things on paper.